What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggies, Porter 540 and Joshy Medlock for coming through and boosting up the coin. So we got an intriguing interview right now from Anthony Dubois. Let's just play it. Let's kick off there, shall we? 100%.
I'm a gladiator. I'm walking to the ring to conquer. He wants to slay the king.
This is about revival.
I'm the hunter.
So much at stake.
We're all in the jungle. You can't get comfortable.
So AJ's talking. I mean, listen, people. I've been on the AJ bandwagon. Yeah, he want to slay the king, and we're in the jungle. This kind of, come on, bro. We've heard these bars before. We heard about Big Meech, Larry Hoover. Been heard about them bars. Do you understand? The bars have evolved. It's gone from like the corny fake gangster cats to the Roman gladiators type shtick. What's the difference though? You either are and want to fight or you're not, right? You either want to fight or you don't, Johnston. That's what Ben Davison ain't told you. That I'd tell you. We're here to fight now. Scrap all that hippie. Oh, let's visualize it. Fight. Yeah. Stick your head down. Stick your hands up and fight. Simple as that. That's what the old school's head did. The old school heads. I never heard them talking about other men. Oh, Big Meech did this and Larry Hoover did that, and Julio Cesar did this and they was their own man. People are gonna look to me in the future and say, like I'm doing now. I'd look at James Toney or Holyfield and say, they're making their own legacy, right? The YB sitting talking, reminiscing about how hard and how much they enjoyed fighting. Holyfield, James Toney, whoever you want, you get the point. I'm not a historian, but there's names out there who are even. Yeah? Love to fight. Too much love to fight. For the ones before his era, during his era, after his era. Love to fight. Can't help himself but to fight. James Toney, same thing. He's still fighting now. Yeah? We can look back in admiration of them, man. Be that guy, Johnston. Yourself. Who's a fighter. Everyone these days trying to, let's idolise this guy and suck this guy off and suck that guy off. Yeah? No need. You're your own man and you can make your own destiny. All you got to do is decide, like Cuss said. Cuss said some bars along the lines of, there's a particular difference, or the only difference between a coward and a hero is that the hero has balls. Yeah, that's it. There's no Roman gladiator, there's no Big Meech about it. Get your balls out and fight. Anyway, let's go and... that was obviously the highlight. He expands here.
But no, I've done it against him. I've done it in my mind already. I'm a gladiator. I'm walking to the ring to conquer. Like, there's been men that have conquered continents and countries that breathe in the same air as me and you. Like, come on, let me go out there and try and be like them. And I can take myself out of my body and not be personal and be like, I'm sitting ringside. Who do I want to see in that ring? I want to see a killer.
Yeah, these things are all true. These things, no, I ain't calling him a lie. No one's calling him a lie here. The problem is like, I'll take myself out of my own body and you see what I'm trying to say? I'll take myself out of my own body and something's going to help me and something from somewhere outside of myself is going to do it. The fact I'm sucking off the Romans is going to do it. See what I'm saying? Rather than, like, people have said that, I did a video on the last face-off, the press conference and whatever else earlier. People are saying, the bar's scared and the bar, 90,000 at Wembley. Yeah? They're spitting all them bars about how shook Dubois is. Dubois, for me, what I've heard from Dubois is, I don't care about the sparring, I'm ready to fight. I don't care about talking no more, I want to fight. Does it mean anything when the bell goes? No, but ultimately, there's no rah-rah, there's no whoop-de-whoop, there's no Roman shtick. End of the day, he showed us that in Hrgovic. He showed he didn't get disheartened when he was getting popped. I had him losing the first 5 rounds back-to-back. Weren't even getting the look in edgeways in the first 5 rounds. Didn't just get discouraged, didn't lose his head, didn't lose his form. Just kept chugging forward. He wants to fight. That carries weight. He's done that. You, Johnston, yeah, you bowled over Ngannou. Fair play for that, whatever that's worth. But the Wallin fight, come on now, bro. You rocked Wallin and shit your pants. Yeah? Yeah, Wallin quit. Wallin didn't want to fight, man. Wallin never came to fight. I didn't see him throw one punch. I didn't. I watched it back the other day. He didn't throw one punch, ever. Not one punch of intention. It was all like that kind of stuff. You know, if your opponent's out there and you throw a punch that was never going to land, that's what Wallin was doing. He was never trying to hit Johnston, ever. He was never trying to hit him. Never trying to hit Johnson. And even with that guy, when you rocked him, you still didn't want to engage. You still didn't want to do all the Roman things the gladiator things you're talking about. And that's the problem. Yeah? When you've got a dude in there who's been rocked to his boots, he should have been sweet food. Sweet, sweet food.
I want to see a beast in that ring. So why? It's my time to do it. Let me be that person.
Has that always been there, or do you feel like you've unlocked something in the last 12 months?
Everything,
I
always
feel like
developing.
that's always kind of been there with you.
Always, but it's always developing, pushing, and working hard. I'm working hard.
So even then, Ade's cucked, obviously. He's DAZN, so he's got to be cucked. But so Ade's sitting there saying, oh, yeah. What Ade wants to say is that, AJ, you bugging. We know it hasn't always been there, or you lost it after double cheese Ruiz popped you on the side of your head. Have you got it back? Being with Ben Davison. That's what Ade really wanted to say. Instead, he spins it. Oh, AJ, is that something you've always had, or have you just developed it? We know what the situation is, Ade. You know what I mean? We ain't got to mince words here. I get it. You have to, because you cucked. You paid as well, so it's a trade-off, right? And cucked. In this day and age, there's a trade-off between being cucked and paid. There's a big balancing act. The more you want to get paid, the more you got to be cucked in most walks of life. You understand? If you got that high-flying, stressful job, you got to be in the office at 6 till 6. Most of the times, or whatever. Get the point I'm making. You cucked. Or you can't. The boss who's got an attitude or whatever. Or if you're a woman, the boss who's trying to get in your knickers. You have to appease him and, laughing and shit. When in reality, you're like, get your dusty ass on. You got a wife at home. Do you know what I mean? Those are the roles here. He cucked. So we all know AJ hasn't shown that. So Ade was trying to ask him, AJ, have you developed this then with Ben Davison, which is a narrative that's been building? AJ's like, well, nah, I've got it. I've always had it, but we're always training and working hard. I'm under no illusions AJ trains hard. That's never been in question. We know he trains hard. But at a certain level, everyone's training hard. And particularly in the fight game, Dana White said this, in the fight game today, when there's a lot of estrogenic, low T, beta individuals running around, embracing having a fight is the number one characteristic. It's the number one FIFA score, the number one FIFA attribute. Yeah? Do you want to fight? And AJ's talking about, it's always evolving. That sounds like hippie shit to me. Like I said earlier, you was talking about Big Meech before the Usyk 2. So why wasn't it evolved then? After all, people, I do believe, I've never boxed before, but it is a switch in your mind. Yeah? It's a flip switch in your mind. I refuse to lose. That doesn't mean you don't lose. It means you die trying. We've seen Eubank in there with one massive eye. In there just trying to wing away, trying to find a way to win. That's all it... Obviously, it's held in high regard, but it's a choice. Yeah? It's a choice you make. Do I choose to travel to the pearly gates of Valhalla, Warrior's Paradise, or not? Many of us throughout history, they've chosen to do that. Embraced it. You so far have not. And we can sit here talking on interview, and it's no doubt Ben Davison's good enough to understand the shtick you sell. It's a bit like the dude in Jake Paul's camp who burns all the incense. For low IQ individuals, they're always looking for, I'll hire... Remember when AJ was going out to them barns? He paid $2,000 a day to live in a shed with no light. So you got a lot of these rich dudes with low IQ out there, yeah. You got Jake Paul hiring some dude probably on 100, 200 grand a year to burn some incense and pretend he's doing something spiritually. Rather than getting the IB on, I'll tell you straight, it's going to be hard work. Not the training. You can do that. The fight gonna be hard. You're gonna get hit here. You're gonna get hit there. You're gonna want to quit. But we're here to fight. Or die trying. That's it. I could save you, man, a whole bunch of money. You ain't got to pay $2 a day to sit in a dark room. I could tell you this straight up for free. Yeah? There's a reason they give you a gum shield. Bite down on it. Yeah? Stick your chin to your chest. Stick your hands up. Bite down. Bash. Yeah? Pop, pop. That's the bottom line. There's no Julio Caesar, Ahmad, whoever. There's no Roman gladiator. There's no big meat about it. Fight. Tonight, I come out victorious or spark on my back. Simple as that. It really is as simple as that. And when my arms are tired, when my shoulders are tired, I'm going to stick my chin to my chest, stick my hands here, and come wading in, leading my forehead. Yeah? Just stick it here and just come wading in. That's what I'm going to do. Because you got stopped anyway, not fighting. So it's not like you might not get stopped. Today's shtick's all about self-preservation. Oh, Bumlanger. Yeah? Edgar Bumlanger versus Carrot Top. Oh, I'll lose on points. I'll be the guy who lost on points and I can talk about how I made it on points. David Haye versus Vlad. I lost on points and I didn't get stopped. We can forgive David Haye though. He light skin, right? We expect that of him. Getting his painted toenails out. Oh, look at my pretty painted toenail. That's why I couldn't do nothing. No one take light skin cat serious. So it's not David Haye's fault. We expect that. But your big former export looking ass, yeah? AJ, back in the day, man like you was exported from the West Coast. That's what you was done. That's what you was there for. Yeah? Big old farm animals, essentially. Right? 100%. No one was looking at people. If you look into the colonial system, light-skinned dudes was never taken serious like that. They was not. They was in the house. We weren't picking no cotton like that. Yeah? How you think? Where you think the light skin come from? Massa was getting busy with it. We was in the house, not picking nothing. Do you understand? So forget David Haye. He's supposed to be soft. He was bred to be soft, people. You're big, hard, melanated ass. What the fuck are you doing? Sitting here talking about this guy conquered that and Genghis Khan and Genghis Ahmad Khan. Come on, people. Let's have a fight, man. You get knocked out and we'll all say, oh, come on here, I'll be your biggest fan. I say, hey, man. And the thing is, you'd probably win. That's what I've been saying for a long time. If AJ came in there, look at Usyk. In there with Fury. Against all odds. 4 inches in reach. 4 inches in height. 40 pounds in weight. He gets rocked. Take a kiss of his Jesus piece. Bosh, he's back out there. Bosh. The big ogre in the nose. Bosh. He'll twist up and shit. Do you understand? You don't have to look back to Roman times or colonial times. Just look at Usyk, essentially. If his people... Sean Porter, yeah? 147-pound career welterweight Sean Porter, when he was 15 years old, was putting weights in his boots in the amateurs to go get some of that 165-pound Usyk, and he beat him. Do you understand? Yeah? Do you understand? So what are you doing? If Sean Porter can put weights in his boots and get in there where you sit, you're big ass, what are you doing? Just playing around and shit. Idealising these... I get it. When you spend time watching these Roman things and Genghis Khan things and you've watched Game of Thrones, it does have a... It has this kind of edge to it, doesn't it? It don't make you hard, though. Yeah? It don't make you hard.
How is it with knowing that it is Daniel Dubois, a new name that's kind of been brought to the fold? He's done really well in the last couple of years for Ngannou and Dubois, or is it
Massively
still
different.
completely different?
Massively
Because of Ngannou's physicality, or
They're both quite physical.
yeah, and Dubois is quite big.
Yeah. More so than anything is where I'm at mentally, I think. And I'm ready.
How do you block out the external noise? I saw that post that you put up on your social media.
Yeah.
Which was like you with a hoodie and all the sort of Instagram posts going past you and Twitter posts going past you. How do you block out the noise? Because you've been in the limelight now pre the Olympics. So it's been a long time of AJ.
All right, people. Essentially,
Well,
Yeah.
but I'm now lucky enough to be able to control my algorithms. What's mad is the way they used to live back then is nothing compared. I'm walking out in front of 96,000 people. It's nothing compared to what those people used to go through. So that's what I'm saying. The way they used to live back then is nothing compared. I'm walking and gladiatorial things, and you know what's mad? Empire stuff and monarchy, and so I've been watching a lot of like empire stuff and monarchy and gladiatorial things, and you know what's mad is the way they used to live back then is nothing compared. I'm walking out in front of 96,000 people. It's nothing compared to what those people used to go through. So that's what I'm saying. Mentally, I'm ready to fight because there's men that have lived tougher times than me and overcome. So I'm no different to them. So let's go. Let me go out there and be as tough as they were. I'm inspired.
There are, I think, so many more
this sounds like I've been saying the whole video, man. If AJ can legitimately take something from all them things, the fact there was some king somewhere, sometime, fair play to him, but it's either in you or it's not, man. Yeah. There's no king gonna save your ass. Ultimately. Just like before the Usyk 2 fight. Where was Big Meech? Where was Larry Hoover? Where was Pablo Amar Escobar? Yeah? Where were they all? Because he was talking the same... All AJ's done, yeah, he's gone from fixating on gangsters. Oh, I don't watch boxers, I watch gangsters. Fine. Yeah, he was taking some sort of spiritual uplifting from the musty, dusty gangsters, right? It came to get in there and fight with Usyk, the same shit happened. Because you as a man, forget Caesar. Yeah? Forget Pablo Amar Escobar. You have to be hard. They might have been hard or may not have been hard. You have to do it though, right? Whoever was hard in the past can't help you nothing. It just can't, unfortunately. It can never help you in nothing. You have to decide. Today, Odin, I stand before thee. A faithful warrior. Willing to travel to paradise. That's what you got to do. Can AJ do it? I hate to say it. It's not. We've been here before. I've heard these bars before about, oh, I'm taking inspiration from gangsters, or now it's moved on to monarchies now. It's always something else with AJ. It's always the power's coming from someone else or something else, and oh, it's Ben Davidson, my team. That's why a lot of people have been slagging off Dubois. Oh, he don't give no respect to his team. To be quite frank, the amount of team cornballs are out there who think their team gonna help them none. I'd rather the guy, like for example, I haven't watched all the interviews, and yeah, we can all, after we've won or whatever, we can thank our team. I don't believe them old school man took any weight in that, if I'm honest. I think they all understood. And I think probably that's why they were more... They came across... What's the word? They came across egotistical. If you look at all the old time heads, they came across egotistical because they really believed it. They believe no one can beat them. Not this Tyson Fury says it, he don't believe it. He don't fight like it. And egotistical is an individualistic thing. Yeah? I, me. I and me. And they go in there with their I and me and fight. There's no team, there's no Caesar, there's no Genghis Khan. Me. Yeah? Genghis is going to look down from the wherever he at and look at me and say, oh shit, that's one big hard Nick. That's the mentality Johnson should be in. Not worrying about what people did 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago, because I ain't going to help no one right now. you understand? But that said, listen, if AJ can really... It's not my base case, from what I've heard. This is a replay of the Usyk 2. More waffle. That sounds good. That said, if AJ can go in there, get clipped on the side of his head, and he has taken something from watching them documentaries on the monarchy, fair play to him. Yeah? I'm not a hater. If he can harness what some white man was doing 1200 years ago, yeah, fair play to him. Good for him. I tend to think not, though. That's what I tend to lean. I tend to think it won't make a scrap of difference. Because once you start getting tired, yeah, once you start getting tired and you start getting whacked in your head, now it's possible Dubois just gets caught and fine. But these principles he's talking about will not be revealed until he gets hit and he's in a fight. And if he ends up in a fight, I'm telling you, once he gets tired, yeah, and he's taking some shots, God forbid he gets rocked and he starts to panic, it ain't gonna matter what Henry VIII was doing 1200 years ago, however many years ago it was. Do you understand, people? It's not gonna make a scrap of difference. He's gonna be blowing, thinking, Ben Davison, get me out of here. I believe Ben Davison and AJ have a pact, which isn't really a fringe theory, because we've seen it with Ben Davison. Ben Davison pulls everyone out early. Yeah, he pulled... What's the guy's name? Josh something. Is it Josh something? Not Warrington. Is it Josh? I'm not sure. The smaller guy who was fighting the Mexican. He pulled him out. He pulled Billy Joe Saunders out when Mark Tibbs was telling Billy to fight. So that's Ben Davison's shtick. He's always going to lean on, oh yeah, we'll save him. And that's why I believe AJ hired Ben Davison. He wants to get me out of jail free card. If it gets tough, Ben, you know what to do. Bosh, the towel's in there. Yeah, the towel's in, and then Eddie Hearn can jump in and say, oh, AJ fought so hard, and it's all on Ben Davison. It's his fault that he got stopped. AJ wanted to fight, but like we heard for the Ruiz 1 fight. Eddie Hearn said, oh, AJ wanted to fight, but the referee stopped it. Eddie, stop playing. He didn't want to be there no more. And I'm not saying I'd want to be there, but he definitely didn't. Do you understand? And if you saw people, let's say the YB is AJ. If you saw my big ass doing what he was doing, I'd tell you, I didn't want to fight no more. I was gassed. The little double cheese Ruiz was quick as shit. I wanted out. I'd tell you that straight. I wouldn't come on here and say, it was the referee's fault and I wanted to. Come on now. We've seen people who want to fight. He was not one of them. That's what the facts are. Eddie. Anyway, people, like I said, I don't care or not care for Anthony Joshua. All I'm interested in is seeing people come to fight. That's all I've ever... I don't care if you win or lose. Like when John Ryder fought Canelo. Fair play to John Ryder. Yeah, you never heard me make a video saying, oh, John Ryder got put down and this. I said, no, salute to John Ryder. He was genetically outmatched, but he came to fight. He had a fight with Canelo, which really is the last person to do that was Triple G. John Ryder came to fight with Canelo. Yeah? And John Ryder, he's not even that level. When you think about levels, he's not the level of a Jamel Charlo or whatever, is he? He came to fight though. He came to have a go. Salute to John Ryder. And the thing with AJ is, he's never genetically outmatched like that. He's never inferior to these guys. Like John Ryder is to Canelo. It's clear Canelo's a level or two above John Ryder, fact. John Ryder still got in there, having seen all of his... Look at Callum Smith, for example. Callum Smith really had the tools, or had the premium, to have a go and maybe make it interesting with Canelo. If Callum Smith had brought his balls like John Ryder did, who knows? It certainly would have been a lot closer. Instead, Callum Smith shit himself. And self-preserved. and got whacked on his arm. And Bivol told you, a real hard man told Callum Smith what hard is. Bivol said if he hits him on the arm, and Callum Smith was like, oh, my arm. He hit me on my arm, coach. I don't want to fight now. The fuck? Get this lanky guy out of here, man. I don't want to see no more Callum Smith, man. Or Jamal Charlo's lanky looking ass, Nick ass. Get him out of here too, man. I'm trying to see no more of these guys go in there, get whacked on the arm. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, man. Do you understand? Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Good luck to both men. Just be hard, both of you. Go in there and have a fight. Yeah? Be prepared to fight. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, click off the bell, 100%. No doubt about it. People, stop it.